Butcher and Pipeman on W4CY Radio.
This is the Pipeman here on the Adventures of Pipeman W4CY Radio, and I'm very excited about our next guest because she is an absolute badass with some badass new music. So let's welcome to the show Mixi from Stitched Apart. How are you?
Hey, man. It's good to see you.
Good to see you. One thing also I have to tell the listeners right off the bat is you are like one of the nicest people in metal. Like,
wow, thanks.
Because I know everybody I know is friendly with you, and I've seen you because I do all the festivals. I've seen you there even when you're not performing, and you're just like the social butterfly with everybody.
Oh, you got me on a good day. I you know what, over time I have gotten a little more introverted. Like I used to be a lot more outgoing and like talk to everybody, but now I'm like, I don't know, do they like me?
And you know, maybe it's because of being in the industry so long. Like you never know sometimes with people.
It's hard, and I do protect my energy like crazy now. So I do try to like keep my circle really small with people that are super loyal. And I've just gotten burned so much, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm big about loyalty. So that's why I think this new music is so killer because it's so real and it's real things that you're going through all the time.
Yeah, sure. I mean, like, what else is there to write about? Somebody else's experiences,
right? Well,
like,
that's for the pop artists.
I don't understand why it's every album is different because you're in a different place in your life, you know, and you're working with different people, collaborating with different things. You're into different stuff. And every couple of years you evolve and change. And this one was definitely a lot of shedding that shadow self, that skin, that let's embrace the crazy that we all have inside of us, at least know and acknowledge it and love that just as much as the good parts. And just, we tried to have fun with it. So. Yeah.
Well, I'll even go a step further. I acknowledge my crazy and I actually like other people's crazy. So that's part of my crazy.
Yeah, I definitely gravitate like a moth to a flame to crazy people.
Oh, man, that's totally me. In fact, two of my daughters bought me this sign. I hang it in my bedroom now. It says, my next wife won't be crazy. And
right.
I answered them. I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't bet on that if I were you.
Right.
But you know what? That's what makes great creativity too.
You got to be a little crazy to do this job. That's for sure.
No doubt. No doubt. And so the new single Medusa, I love that you did it with Lyric Noel because it's so funny. Her name keeps coming up everywhere. Okay. I just did an interview with 12 Stones recently who collabed with Lyric Noel, and then one of my publicists I deal with says, hey, I want you to interview Lyric Noel. And this is all in a matter of a month. And then,
yes.
And it's like, wow, she's everywhere collaborating with everybody.
I love her so much. I'm so happy to hear that. She deserves more recognition. And I just want that woman to succeed. She's a goddess and I love her. So yes, it was very awesome to work with her.
Yeah. And then, of course, one of my favorite people you worked with on this album, too, is Heidi from Butcher Babies.
Yes. That was like a dream come true. Like Heidi, I love her. Like she's always been so supportive. There's been so many times that we've had conversations over the last 16 years or something. We've been friends that it's like super heartfelt, deep stuff. Like we know what each other has gone through for the most part. You know, we have been in each other's shoes on a lot of occasions. And so it's, it was really awesome to do this song with her.
Yeah, she's so cool and so real. And like one of the things I love about her voice is great as a brutal voice, but her singing voice is amazing.
Yes.
Most people don't realize how good of a singing voice she has, which she started that way.
Yes, and every time I've always told her, I want to hear you sing more. I want to hear you sing. Your voice is so beautiful. So I'm glad she embraces that part of her. But I love the vicious feral parts as well.
Me too. Well, that's See, that's the thing, okay? I come from the 80s metal where we were stupid idiots gatekeeping shit. And listen, women to me are the ones should be dominating metal because they are such the badasses between somebody like you and Heidi and Courtney and Tatiana. And I mean, the list goes on and it starts off with, Wendy O. Williams, and it's like, you're all badass. And what's badass about it, I think your brutal singing is more brutal than any guy.
I think, maybe we'll get to a point where there's an equal playing field here. I think we're getting closer and closer as time goes, and not just in the metal industry and just life and, powerful positions in general. I feel like women
Totally
definitely get pushed down a lot, and not allowing us to know what our power is, not always telling us from like a childhood that we're just like sit down, raise your hand when spoken to, get in the kitchen, make me a sandwich. Every time I make a sandwich in the kitchen, I always do it for my husband. And I know this is like not like me to make a sandwich for no dude, but like, I do believe there is definitely some evolution in the divine feminine rising right now. And hopefully it will definitely cause a stir in the metal community as well.
Well, I think it already is because I've been noticing a lot of bands that are losing their lead singer are replacing that lead singer with female.
With a chick? Yes.
I love it. It's amazing. Like, even like, a lot of people gave Em hate about the whole Linkin Park thing. And she's like one of the nicest people, and she does have a really, really good voice. I mean, it's hard to live up to Chester, but I think that was a smart move instead of putting another guy in there.
I love that idea. I honestly, if I'm going to watch a band and I see that there's a girl playing an instrument on stage, I'm going to stop and watch a little longer. That's just for me personally. And maybe because I'm a girl and I'm like, oh yes, another chick rocking out up there. But like the percentage wise, I like to look at the list of bands on festivals, right? And the percentage of those bands that have females in the bands. And a handful out of hundreds of bands on each festival, thousands of bands. It's not like people think, okay, so there's a couple more bands with girls. There's so much more room. There's so much more sun for everyone. And it's like, why are you trying to limit the amount of women that we're allowed to have play music?
Stupid. I'm going to be blunt. It's stupid. Because listen, it makes more sense. Women are more passionate generally than men. Women are more emotional generally than men. And what two components are the most important in music, especially metal music? Those two, in my opinion.
I mean, I am not going to argue with that.
And I love that you also, you use your platform to advocate for more women in rock and metal. And that's really cool because the people out there that are saying artists should not use their platform and they should just do their music and not speak, it's the stupidest shit ever too. Like, why wouldn't you? You have the platform. Why? And music has always been about that. What are songs written about? Stuff like that, and like, read the words, will you?
Right. Yeah, I mean, like the music speaks for itself in a lot of ways. I think that's how artists kind of get that out, get what they're thinking and what they're going through out into the music. And when you talk about it online, anything you talk about, but lately I don't really care. I don't want to oversaturate where I'm at, like in my growth as a person, but I do like to leave breadcrumbs every once in a while on the internet and just add little things that maybe will make somebody think about looking up at the sky or something like that, like outside of what we're just distorted, like phone life that we're living in.
Oh my God.
But I've been, so there's moments that I feel like it's good to talk about what you're really going through. And who cares if somebody disagrees with it? A, they're not going to listen to your music anyway. Who cares? Like, but B, they're just not your people. They're not
That's
your
all.
people, and you don't have to get along with everybody.
And I don't even get the people that waste their time hating on other people's posts. Like, I don't have enough time to go and hate on people, man. What, you have nothing better to do? Like these trolls that go in and, like, I think I feel bad for artists today, because before the internet, artists dealt with a lot, but they didn't deal with this. And now so many artists get so much hate from these screen warriors.
That's all it is just like keyboard warriors that just need to feel powerful in some way. So they're going to send you a death threat, or they're going to spam your comment section, and that makes them feel powerful. But they're just trendy. They're just trying to get attention. And we know that they don't have it at home. And unfortunately, that is their projection of their own life onto other people. And I really do hope that those people actually figure that out, that maybe be nicer to other humans. Like, just because you're treated that way in your life or whatever you're going through, you don't need to take it out on other people that you barely know.
Exactly. I think if you really want to empower yourself, you be a good human being. It's that simple.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. Some people like being bad, though.
It's true. It's true. But, they can't feel better about it. Like if they tried being good, maybe they would find out it's not so fun to be negative and evil all the time.
No. Yeah. I honestly just don't even waste my breath.
No doubt.
Immediately out of here.
Now, you were like the queen of collabing too. Like, this whole new album is collabing with other people. I love that.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. And a lot of that I'm going to give credit to the label, because we had like a few features, and they were like, let's do more. And I'm like, okay, like, let's get the whole thing. I didn't expect, like, there's only 2 songs, I think, that don't have a feature.
The last 2 are the only ones.
The screamy ones. But it was like, yeah, I mean, everything, it was really fun. It was really fun. And I would do a whole album of collaborations again. It was like awesome.
So I had to laugh also, because I saw, of course, the name, with the name Medusa, and people think of, snakes and them being bad and evil. And actually, I had to laugh when you were quoted saying that the snake was actually scared of you.
Yeah, very scared. And I get it. Like, if you look at the things that kill people the most, aside from people, there's mosquitoes, and then there's snakes. And just like anything, you're gonna have good snakes and bad snakes. Like, there's not everything is bad. Like, I get it. They're kind of you don't understand them. We don't understand much about them, but there's something sacred about them. If you look at like ancient history, there's always the serpents. There's these very historical, powerful beings and goddesses and stuff wearing snakes on their head, cobras. And so there's something more to it. And it's a face your fears kind of thing, if you dare to watch.
I know, right? I think sometimes too, people consider certain, other beings besides humans as scary only because they don't know enough, or because of how they treat the animal, like, or the reptile or whatever. If you're going to treat it like crap, it's not going to be nice to you.
Yeah. And I mean, that's actually something I've been working on. Usually I'll shoo away a bug, or, like if a spider's in my house now, I like pick it up with an envelope and take it outside, even though I had Orkin come the other day and I feel really, really bad about it. So I think, like, everything has a soul in what I'm trying to understand with what I believe. And so the snake has a soul, and it was just the soul that wanted to incarnate in this life as a snake. And maybe it wanted to experience something, and we decided to be humans in this life. And I feel like those same souls are our dogs or our cats or little maybe
Sure.
fragments of the soul. And so every animal I've been looking at, like it's like got consciousness. Like I've watched lizards like literally look at me and like, are you remote viewing, dude? What's up? but,
Right?
but yeah, I think that we definitely are trained to think certain things are good and trained to conditioned to think that certain things are bad. For example, Hathor. Let's go back to ancient Egypt. We're going super deep here.
I love it.
Hathor, the being, this goddess, deity, this beautiful goddess who was represented with a bullhead. And the bullhead is now looked at as this horrible, evil Satan Antichrist.
Right.
We're going down the rabbit hole here. I'm gonna dial it back, but you see what I'm going with.
You can go with it, because I'm with you 100%. And you know what? You made me laugh again, because one of my ex-wife's big complaints about me is when she wanted me to kill a bug, I would take it and put it outside instead of killing it. And like, well, you just kill it. Why do I have to kill it? I can put it outside and it's not going to bother you anymore, and it can go about its business.
Yes, I agree. And they don't know, like, if you're a being, if you're a little bug, like you're a fly, you just want to try this earth thing for like a couple days because they live like a couple days.
Right.
You're a fly, so you incarnate into fly life. You get into somebody's house, and now you're stuck here. Now you don't know how to get out. Now you're doing the whole Family Guy thing, and you're trying to get out the window, and you go upstairs. But yeah, I don't know. It's like a quick test game. Just test it out.
Right. So
know.
what I really want to know, new music, how do you keep going with all the bull you've probably had to deal with all these years being an artist? What is it that keeps motivating you to do this?
I can't stop.
Nice.
Every time I think about it, and I really think about this because it's our life, right? It's our one life in this body, in this vessel. And like, I've been doing it my whole life. Right. Anytime I even contemplate it, I go down this deep path and back to just like, no, you're here to create music. You're here to create art. This is part of it. So I always like, it's hard. It's hard sometimes. It is so hard, but I know it's my path and I don't have another option. I signed up for this. I signed up for this. So that's
well, see, I love that because I'm also a motivational speaker. And one of the things I always say is in order to succeed, you have to have nothing to fall back on, because then you have no choice but to move forward. Like too many people will fall back on the easy, path, and you have not. And that's what makes you a glitch bitch.
Yeah, glitch out that system.
No doubt.
Honestly, if you think about it, I definitely chose a very unique path, like musicians in general, creatives that followed their heart, no matter how many people told them that you won't succeed at that. Like, why paint? My art teacher in high school said you should, do graphic designs or something, because painting, it won't make you any money. Art won't make you any money. And I've found that like I've been able to succeed when I started selling my paintings. I've been like, every time I go to the post office, I'm just like, I don't know, you might be wrong, but
I love it.
I just think follow your heart, whatever that is.
You got to, because listen, like you said, you only got one life. You might as well be happy. And how many people are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and maybe even successfully, and they're miserable?
A lot.
Exactly.
But hey, you might be doing what you're supposed to be doing and still be miserable too.
Well, that's true too.
I was there like a year or two ago. I was in a super deep depression, actually, but a couple of years ago. And I tried all these antidepressants and all that stuff. And I found that all of that didn't work. I was allergic to antidepressants. I don't drink. I haven't in 10 years. I tried AA, all the therapy, 2 therapists at one time. I quit everything because I was like, listen, maybe I'm not broken. Maybe I'm just calling it something and saying I have to fix it all the time. Maybe it's just learning about yourself and understanding. And when I learned to look inside and start like really getting to know myself, because I have a lot of self-love to work on, right? That was where I started to find that I'm a lot cooler than I think I am. Like, as far as I have really low self-esteem and it's made me learn about myself and try to care about myself a little more and know how much more I am than this body, you know?
I'm so happy to hear that, because I don't think people realize, even with everything that's gone on throughout the years, that artists are some of the most tortured souls. So the fact that you're finding yourself, to me, I think that's amazing, because, and I think it's amazing you're talking about it, because so many people like look at somebody like you and like, oh, you're living the dream life. And partially that's true. And then there's the other part they don't see, and what you're going through. And I think it's helpful for others out there to hear that you're going through the same things they're going through.
Yes, I think there's a lot of people going through a lot of the similar stuff right now too. So if I can like communicate and relate and connect in that way and be honest, then I feel like that's the best way to let people know that like they're not the only ones, and we all are connected.
Yep. And it's the only way to feel better about yourself is being honest with yourself, because a lot of times we're not even honest with ourselves.
Oh yeah, that's a big one actually, because like this is where the shadow work comes in, because we all are. It was not our fault. Like, it was totally them. It's all them, not me. It couldn't be me. No. Actually, it's probably you a little bit,
right,
projecting your stuff onto other people. When you look at other people and something bothers you about them, it's because you've got to work on that with yourself, probably. Most of the time, it's projection when you're judging or you're thinking like low about someone else. But yeah, I think that figure out how to love yourself, because we don't need all of those meds. There are some good meds out there, but for some people, but there is searching for yourself inside and trying to figure out who you are and finding yourself truly, which is always a journey, but will give you more purpose, I feel like, when you know.
Yeah, I agree. I think also worrying about yourself, because that's really what the problem is. A lot of times we worry about everybody else. And the minute we start worrying about ourselves, people think we're being selfish. But you need to worry about yourself to work on yourself.
I think we've been kind of trained to do that, so conditioned to not think differently than everybody else, and to not speak out, not say anything, do what we're supposed to be doing. And even as soon as we get out the womb, as soon as we're a baby, we're like slapped. We're like immediately punched by life. And I feel like we came into this life like less jaded, and things happened, other people's projections created you, and like all the things that hurt you over time. And then we turn into this shelled up little wounded thing. And we don't know how to love ourselves, because everything's been mean and has abandoned us and betrayed us and lied to us over and over, deeply lied to us. And so we don't know how to think that we have any power at all. We've been gaslit our whole lives to believe that. So I don't fucking listen anymore.
Good for you. Because you know what? At the end of the day, here's what I found out. People don't listen to you, so why should you listen to them? Especially the closest people to you. They're always telling you how to do things and what to do and what's wrong. The minute you say something, you're supposed to clam up, but it's okay for them to say it, type of thing. I've experienced that a lot. Like I think everybody needs to also kind of walk in other people's shoes. And like, I'm very good at that as a Libra. I tend to be able to see the other side, even if I don't agree with the other side. I can maybe like see it. Like even with the kid's mom, there's things that are so fundamentally different between the two of us. But I always say, yeah, she has a right to think the way she does. That's who she is. It may not be who I am. I may not agree with it, but I think people need to start realizing that we're all individuals and we all have different variables. Like, I have a brother, he's very judgy, just like you were talking about, and he's definitely projecting, but he doesn't realize he's projecting. And every time he says something, like if they don't agree with him, they're uninformed and uneducated. And then I'll say to him, or they grew up somewhere different. They had different variables in life. They had different upbringing. They had different influences, or they just like different things than you do. But, it's pretty funny. One day, it shows how oblivious people are too, because he's a total not tattoo person. And he judges still, like, because he's older and he judges still, like, and one day we're out to dinner and he said something. I'm like, you do realize that pretty much everybody has a tattoo now. It's like kind of normal. Yeah. Maybe everybody you hang out with, but I don't know. I've never seen anybody with it. Well, then you're not fucking opening your eyes, because there's about 50 people in this restaurant that are fully tatted, and you're telling me no. It's just
also, it's a lot harder to clone people that are fully tattooed. And also, like, you don't get human trafficked as often because you're fully tattooed.
Yeah, exactly.
Just saying, there's some good things about it. But...
Right. And, who cares? My big philosophy is you do you. If it makes you happy and you're not intentionally hurting anybody and it makes you a better person, have at it. I don't give a crap what you do.
Yeah. I mean, some people are going to have their thoughts. I don't care either. It's like I said, not your people to like, there's certain energies and frequencies, I think, that can work well together. And there's some that just don't.
And we don't have to be liked by everybody. That's always been my issue my whole life. Like, always the people pleaser, always wanting everybody to like me. And like, I am at the point now, I don't give a fuck.
No, I don't. I don't either. And same, but so it's just, you want, especially people you admire, like, so you put a lot more pressure on that. But, I think I'm just, again, at the point where it's just, if we're meant to be in each other's path, then we're meant to be in each other's path. If we're not, then that's not our path. And I'm not fighting anything anymore,
And I think the best medicine, you were talking about meds, I think the best medicine for you as an artist and for me as a listener is music. And the fact that you as an artist have this new album, you can express yourself any way you want. That's the beauty of creating music. And somebody like me can put my own meaning to it, and it can give me therapy too.
Yes, and I hope so. I mean, that is the goal. The goal was to have fun and shake out the crazy on this one.
No doubt. So tell everybody how they can connect to you on socials, how they can check out the new album, buy your merch, because they can't listen to my show unless they buy your merch.
Yes, you
artists don't get anywhere without merch.
Yes, please do. It's stitchedupheart.com. You can find all our YouTube, our Instagram, our Facebook, all the stuff, all the TikTok. Well, I personally do TikTok, but everything is stitchedupheart.com.
Nice. Do you have any other final words you want to share with the listeners, or anything that you have upcoming that we didn't talk about that you want them to know?
We got a bunch of stuff coming up, but we are about to announce, but we can't yet.
Ooh. So then what you're saying is, or what I'm saying is, they have to connect to your socials so they can pay attention for the announcements.
Yes, exactly what you're saying.
There it is. Well, you rock. This new music rocks. And thank you for being on the Adventures of Pipe Man.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
Hey, it's Mixi from Stitched Up Heart, and you're listening to the Pipe Man on W4CY Radio.
Thank you for listening to the Adventures of Pipe Man on W4CY Radio.